Hello everyone and welcome back to Shipwreck Sunday. My name is Elinor. Today is a first around here. We are doing reading your comments. If you like this series, we'll keep it going. But without any further ado, let's just get into it. Alright, so our first comment comes from XGamerFPS1815, or at least that's what the username says. I hate YouTube lately. They don't give me everyone's names. It's just like an @ username. It's like, what is this, Twitter? Anyway, he or she, sorry. Ah yes, finally. Been waiting for this one for a minute, and it is finally here. Absolute great video this Sunday. As much as I love all these ocean liners and their designs, I personally can't put any of them above Normandy. Normandy's design really stood out in my opinion. With that said, you guys really read my mind because I thought of RMMV Oceanic before I clicked this video. Maybe a video on planned but scrapped ocean liners later down the line? That would be a dope episode. First of all, thank you so much for sticking around with the channel for so long. I've seen your username multiple times over the last year, so thank you for your support, and I'm so glad you liked the episode. I remember you asking for Normandy sometime last year, and I was like, yeah, I'll get to it at some point. I think after Titanic month, my brain was just such a mess, and then when I finally got to it, and I'm so glad you saw it, and yes, I do think Oceanic would be a great video as well as other planned but scrapped ocean liners. That would be an awesome bonus episode, so I have put that in my brain to do for later. At TubularCheese9120, first of all, love the username. They said, "Great work. I really enjoyed this video. Your extensive research and hard work deserves more views." Thank you, I appreciate that. Normandy was one of the most aesthetically beautiful ocean liners to sail in my opinion, and it's a shame her career was so short. I entirely agree. When I was reading her story, I was just frustrated. Like, you could ask Derek. I was just looking at him and being like, why are people so stupid? Like, why would you disable the fire safety system? It's there for a reason. The French designed it for a reason. Oops, sorry, Russian designed the ship. But, you know, the French built this ship for a reason with this amazing fire suppression system, and then you just totally let it go to waste, and it makes the ship catch fire and capsize. That's just karma, in my opinion. And here we are, talking about how beautiful that ship was and how tragic that her career was so short. And man, if her career had been longer, can you imagine the fierce rivalry that would have continued between her and RMS Queen Mary? That would have been something to see. And again, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for leaving this comment. I really appreciate it. Now, this is one of our lovely regulars, as I call you guys when I see you multiple times. Vet7174 said, "Excellent episode, Elinor. I heard about the mob and Lucky Luciano also. First of all, thank you so much. Glad to see you on another episode. Good to see you come up so frequently. And yes, when I heard about the mob and Lucky Luciano in this story with Normandy, I was kind of surprised, but also not, because that story was just so wacky. And then when you add the mob into it, you're like, man, can you imagine if that's actually true? If there's just some glimmer of truth in that at all? I mean, there's always a possibility with conspiracy theories and other theories that go around that there is a possibility that there's truth in it. I don't know with this one, there might be, but if there was, that would be insane. That would make the mob 10 times scarier to me. So thank you so much, Vet. Awesome to see you, and we'll see you on the next one. At Bentley4446 says, "Just came across your channel. I appreciate the work you've put in on these videos. I'm pretty familiar with many of the shipwrecks you have covered. Your thorough research revealed many facts about the vessels and incidents that I was unaware of before. Thanks for your effort. Would love to see your take on the Morro Castle disaster. Lots of intrigue with that wreck." First of all, thank you so much. I always want to put as much love and time and detail into these videos as I can, because it seems to be, at least for me, what I would want from a story. I love hearing the nitty-gritty little details, so I'm so glad that you guys like hearing that stuff too. So thank you so much for your support. Yes, I would definitely need to do an episode on the Morro Castle disaster. I had never heard of that ship before you mentioned it, and I've been looking into it, and it does have quite a story. So I think at some point this year, we're definitely going to have to get into that one too. At the Ocean Channel 2 says, "Have you heard of the Queen of the North, and if so, will you cover it? It's a very interesting disaster once you research it." you definitely read my mind with this one, because I have a list of ships I'm interested in, as well as a list of ships that you guys suggest to me, and this one has been on my personal list for quite some time. I just have been putting other ships in front of it. At some point, we definitely need to do Queen of the North, because she is intriguing, and she has a very, very intense story that I think you guys would really like. So at some point, yes, we will definitely get to Queen of the North. At Leopard12386, yet another one of our regulars, hello, just found another project similar to Titanic Honor and Glory that's being literally developed by one guy. He's even doing the wreck, which is super cool for at least a bazillion reasons. I agree, definitely, because there's a lot of work that goes into these. The guy's name is Herman Jarl. I have hope for his project as well as THG. He's starting small, like you guys at Shipwreck Sunday. This is so cool, so much happening in the modern maritime history sphere these past few years. I agree, there's been a lot of smaller channels in this sphere that have been getting bigger, and it just provides a bigger pool of research that we can all pull from, and, everyone can correct each other on our mistakes and get better, and I think it's awesome. I just wanted to share with you guys at Shipwreck in case he puts out a demo or something for you guys to play on a game day one day. It's so exciting seeing all these tech-savvy members of the community starting up. Take care, guys. Thank you so much for leaving that comment, and yes, if he puts out a demo, I will definitely need to check that out, because I do want to support smaller developers like that. And, Titanic Honor and Glory, there's been just such a huge story behind that game. It's gone through development hell, and I'm so glad that it seems to be moving along, and we'll be getting the game sometime soon, hopefully. I don't know if it's going to be everything that they promised it would be 10 years ago. Like I said, that game has been through it. If you want me to cover that at some point, we can definitely go over that. But I would definitely love to play this game as well. So thank you so much for suggesting that, and we will see you again sometime in the comments section. You always have such funny jokes. So thanks so much, Leopard1, and we'll see you later. At AlexTheGamer2603 says, I make Minecraft ships. Do you think they capture what those ships would have been like? Do you have any improvements that I can make if you think it would capture what those ships were like? My account has the ships so you can see what they look like for you to judge. And I did go and look at a couple of your ships, and first of all, I have to say, man, you put a lot of work into these, because I look at that and I'm like, that's gotta be at least 3 or 4 months, if not longer, of work. There's a lot of detail into them. And I have to be honest, sometimes when I'm looking for pictures of the ships I'm researching, if I catch a Minecraft ship out of the corner of my eye, sometimes it looks like the real deal, because it's no joke. People put a lot of work into these. And I think overall you did a fantastic job. Your Titanic one was fabulous. I think you put a lot of really good details into it, so keep up the good work, dude. And thanks for leaving a comment. At RonJones1077 said, excellent presentation. Even after all these years, Normandy is still the most beautiful liner to ever sail the seas. The aircraft collision is almost never mentioned, and I thank you for your in-depth history and research. Hey, you're welcome. That was one of the most interesting things I'd seen in this story, and I had to mention it. Also seldom mentioned is the operational costs compared to RMS Queen Mary. Queen Mary was brute power at tremendous costs. The Normandy, being powered by electrical power via fuel to power the generators, was much more efficient, and the hull design also contributed greatly to that cost savings. Honestly, that is the truth, and they've moved forward with designs similar to Normandy in modern day ships because of that reason. So yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with that. I've spent the night on the RMS Queen Mary in Long Beach and had lunch on her another time. So jealous. So jealous. I need to make it down to Long Beach at some point and see her. I don't know if she's opened yet. I've read online that she might be opening for free tours and stuff, but if there's a possibility that I can actually stay on the ship and, do the whole hotel thing with her, I would love to, because, I'm just a sucker for ships, and I've never been on a big ship like that, so it'd be cool for RMS Queen Mary to be that one that opens the door for me. I love her, but both RMS Queen Elizabeth and the Normandy were much cleaner looking both inside and out. Love your videos and already subscribed. Thank you from Alaska. Well, hey, thank you so much for your support, and thanks for checking out our videos, man. I mean, you guys put so much time and investment into these videos, and I appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to watch it. So thank you so much. And I do agree that Queen Elizabeth did look really sleek, and so did Normandy in comparison to Queen Mary. Queen Mary just has such an interesting story too. We'll need to cover her story more in depth too. At Sergeant Rocco said, rough one, but excellent. Sadly for the families, as soon as you hear Sulpicio lines, you know you're going to have to fight for ages before you even get 1 peso. The Doña Paz springs immediately to mind. Thanks for handling this so well. Nice new format. Thank you so much for your feedback on the format. I changed it a little bit just to see if it would feel better, and so far I'm really enjoying it, so thank you so much for giving me some feedback on that. And yeah, Sulpicio lines, the more I looked into it, there's a lot of stuff there. There's a lot of messiness, and they have a lot of sinkings under their belt. When you think of ships that sink, you think of White Star Line, but Sulpicio lines is really messy. Like, really messy. We need to cover a lot more. Doña Paz is on my list as well. We definitely need to cover her. So thank you so much, and you are another regular too, so it's good to see you. At Nordisk 1874 said, as I said before, you're a maritime historian ever since you started to do Shipwreck Sundays, because you do give us great maritime history. If I'm a published maritime historian, so are you. Thank you so much, and I do remember you saying this on a couple of videos from last year. I so appreciate it. I just always consider myself an armchair historian, not like an actual historian, because I didn't go to school for that, you know. I went to school for other things. So thank you so much, and I really appreciate your support, and we'll see you on another video. At Sedated Ape 315 says, just a point, GYSGT is an abbreviation for gunny sergeant. I would have never known that, so thank you so much. A U.S. Marine Corps ranking for an E7 enlisted person, grade level 7. Again, thank you so much, because I'm just so unfamiliar with military history. It's still something I'm dipping my toes into and I want to get more comfortable with. So when you guys share your knowledge with me, it just helps me out, and I love seeing the community interact like that. So thank you so much. These disasters in the Philippines are always tough. There's a long history of disregard for safety and corruption, which has been difficult for the government to correct, since it used to be that the government was part and party to enough of the disregard and corruption. I can't comment on that because I wouldn't know, but I'll need to look more into that, because I have seen there's a lot of shipwrecks in the Philippines area. It seems like a tough area to sail. Thankfully, there have been improvements over the past few decades. Detailed video, lots of details I haven't found or heard of. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, and again, you're another regular, so it's really good to see you guys in the comments. Thank you so much for constantly showing up and supporting the channel. I really appreciate it. At the Ocean Channel 2 said, wow, I made a documentary on this, but this is so much more in depth. Amazing work. Thank you so much for your support and for saying that. And, you know, don't sell yourself short, because I made mine 36 minutes, but I looked at yours too. Yours is 6 minutes, but it's got all the good details in there. And if you wanted something that's quick and gives you the story in a really nice fashion, I think you did that really well. So thank you so much for your support. At The Real Tony 2009 said, really early to this one. Love the videos. Thank you so much. Again, another regular. So good to see you guys here. At Leopard12386 said, you guys see the composite 3D scan of the Titanic? I did see that. It was really cool. They did the same method was used on the wreck of HMAS Sydney. And I did look at that one too. I'll put some stuff on the screen right now so you guys can see composite scan of HMAS Sydney, because it's really cool. It's like a 3D model that can also be seen in VR.
2D, can be used in virtual
2D, and it helps us learn more about wrecks without having to disturb the wreck. And it keeps a permanent record, so if they somehow disappear from bacteria or just from the ocean being the ocean, then we still have record of these shipwrecks. Also, will you guys consider covering MS Munchen? Yes, definitely. I'll put that one on my list. Just 2 random last-minute questions in case you need some more material. See you when you upload. And you were there, so good to see ya. And yeah, I always love getting more suggestions from you guys, because again, I keep them in a list, and if I don't know what to do, or if I think, you know, one of these stories is just really talking to me, then yeah, I definitely reference what you guys have given me. So thank you guys so much, and enjoy the footage of HMAS Sydney, because it's really cool. And finally, at Wild Horse Production 217 says, when's the Titanic 666 review coming out? It is still on my radar to do some more ship movies and to continue reviewing them, and I'm planning on doing Titanic 666 next Monday, so stay tuned for that. Thank you guys so much for reading comments with me. You guys know the whole spiel of, if you liked this video, give us a like, leave us a comment, subscribe if you're feeling fancy, and if you're on an audio-only format, leave us a 5-star review. It does help us out and helps us find more people like you, and subscribe for more content. And we'll see you this Sunday with USS Indianapolis. Thank you guys so much, and have a great day.